Well, folks, been getting a lot of snow lately. It's 29 degrees right now, or maybe 28, who knows. Yeah. Looks like Mother Nature is going to give Michigan quite the big winter welcome this season. Guess we'll find out. Big winter welcome is definitely the right answer, that's for sure. For this video, I'm going to be showing you guys all the videos that I took of the snowy weather that hit southwest Michigan and quite a few other areas in Michigan and other states as well. Now, all these videos, of course, were taken in southwest Michigan because that's where I live. As a matter of fact, 90% of these videos were taken at my home in Breedsville, which is a small town out between Kalamazoo and South Haven, just outside of Bangor. So, yeah, with that out of the way, days on end, we kept getting snowy weather after snowy weather. A few different winter storm warnings. Throughout the time that I was taking these videos, there was also a blizzard warning issued for Michigan's Upper Peninsula, but that's a completely different area in Michigan. But there were areas in Michigan's Lower Peninsula that received blizzard-like conditions, and I don't really think my area had it like that, but there were areas not far from me that did have weather like that. But for most part, it was just winter storm after winter storm in quite a few areas. There were times where areas not far from me, like Kalamazoo and Battle Creek, had it way worse than my area in Breedsville, Bangor area. Pretty much all these videos that I took were taken from November 24th to November 30th. The 24th and 25th really wasn't snow. It was actually just rainy weather, more or less, but that was before the snow rolled in, and I figured I would make that the beginning of this snowy weather video. There was also another video that I took probably about a few weeks ago of this Starlink that went over my area. That's a video that I forgot to upload to my YouTube. I completely forgot that I had taken that video and then forgot to upload it. So yeah, I don't know how I forgot to upload it and how I forgot I took the video, but yeah. Here's a picture of it right here, right before I show you guys the video. Obviously, I'll include the rest of the pictures of this for the beginning of the photo slideshow towards the end of this video. But yeah, this is one of the photos I took. When I went to take photos, my camera was in night mode. So unfortunately, because when I go to take a photo when in night mode, the picture has to load before it takes completely. So a lot of the photos I took of the satellite train did not turn out the best, but I'm going to show you guys a little video that I took of it. Got a satellite train heading northeast, and it's fading. That's cool. It's still going. Yeah, I don't remember at the top of my head the date that I took that video and the photos, but like I said, the photos will be included later on in the slideshow, even though they didn't turn out the best. But yeah, for this month of November, pretty much all, for video content that wasn't a YouTube short, pretty much all I did was take videos of winter weather. That's definitely not something that I thought would be on my bingo card for 2025, as I thought I was gonna record some rainy weather. But while I do include some videos of a little bit of rain towards the beginning of this video, most of it was snowy weather. I think another subject that I caught on to for this channel in November that was not anything to do with snowy weather, a video of an aurora borealis that took place earlier this month. And let me tell you, the previous big snowy weather video that I put together in early November, I ended it with a few videos and a bunch of pictures of the aurora borealis that we had earlier this month. This one was definitely bright and visible. These are some photos I took of it. At first, the photos don't turn out the best, but as you scroll through these photos, they start to, the aurora borealis starts to get more visible. You can kind of see the sky color a little bit in this photo. You see like a very dim green, and then there's a little bit of a pinkish color up top, and then in this photo you can really see it. The green, you see the pink a little more, and then the green was just in full force with this. But yeah, this one definitely turned out good. You could see some beams with this one. This one especially too. Yeah, some of these aurora borealis photos did not turn out the best, but I thought this was cool to see, and I was amazed by how well my camera caught on to these. Definitely. This one right here is probably one of my favorite photos. Maybe this one, I don't know. I can't make up my mind. Anyways, this is the last photo I'll show you guys. I don't want to keep making this a subject matter of the aurora borealis that we had earlier this month, but still just something that I thought I would talk about real quick. Between taking some of the videos day by day, I will give out explanations a little bit, to kind of explain how the day will go, and what I thought and all this and that. But other than that, I think I'm gonna go ahead and show you guys the title of this video, which will be also the title of the YouTube video, and I can't get my words right, I'm sorry. It'll be the YouTube title, that's all I'm gonna say. You guys have seen it in the thumbnail. Anyways, I hope you guys enjoy this video. Sorry that I was speaking gibberish while explaining some things, but yeah. Hopefully you guys enjoy this. Pure Michigan. Alright guys, for the first few clips I'm going to show you guys, the first clip, which is this one right here that's paused. This video was taken on November 24th. I was coming home from my aunt and uncle and grandma's new place up in Wayland. I had just got done helping them move, so I was on the road at nighttime coming into my town of Breetsville when I took this video. It wasn't raining hard, it was just a mood that I had, that I just wanted to record the rain while driving at night. It's something that I hadn't been doing much this year, and I thought that now would have been a good time to do it. But yeah, I was coming home from my aunt and uncle and my grandma's new place up in Wayland, and was about to come into Breetsville when I took this video. The other videos that I took were taken on November 25th. When I took the first clip that morning, we were about to head to Niles for work. We were about to go work on a house. You guys will see that later on in this video. But yeah, and then I give a little bit of an update on what the weather is about to do, which you guys will hear. Well, it's way later on right now. Let me tell you, look at the decorations my neighbors have. That's pretty, especially that inflatable Christmas tree. And then they got Buddy the Elf over there. Can't really see it too well on camera. The air right now actually doesn't feel that bad. I won't lie, it feels good. I think it's like 45 degrees right now, which isn't too bad. Yeah, I'm outside wearing 2 sweaters and it doesn't feel bad, that's for sure. Right now, got a guy in a Mustang right there. From what I understand, starting at 7 a.m. tomorrow morning, we are supposed to be under a winter weather warning. Winter storm warning, I should say. The Upper Peninsula of Michigan is talking like they have a blizzard warning. And there's areas around here that they say could see a blizzard warning or some blizzard-like conditions as well. So, I guess we'll see. We'll see how that goes tomorrow for sure. Yeah. Seeing some green right now with some leaves on the ground. Tomorrow, that'll be different. Yeah, the weather definitely got interesting the next day for sure. First and foremost, for the first few clips that I took of me driving around in the rain, I apologize for how loud my vehicle is in the video. I drive a 2008 Dodge Ram 1500 Mega Cab, and the people that had that truck before me didn't take the best care of it, so, the motor is a bit loud, and, the exhaust on that truck is kind of screwed up, so, yeah, it's a loud truck. You guys will see that quite a bit in the videos, but, yeah, it's a good truck. I like it. Drives nice. I think it handles driving in the snow pretty decent, but, yeah. But anyways, that aside, second of all, as of, the next day, which was, November 26th, I believe, at first there really wasn't much coming in. I mean, you started seeing snow in the beginning, and then towards the end, it would pick up for sure. Roads would start getting covered up quick. There were even some areas where it was almost a complete whiteout. Niles really didn't get a whole lot of snow. The roads really never got covered up there. But as soon as we left the town of Niles, that's when roads really started getting all covered up, and they got slick real quick. And people were driving slow, which I don't blame them for. You had some people that would pass others on crappy road conditions, which is something that I really don't recommend. But if it's something you think you could do, then all the power to you. I'm not knocking you, but it's something I would not recommend, because you never know when you're going to pass. You could hit an even slicker spot or slush spot or whatever and lose control. I have heard of things like that happening, but like I said, if you think you could do it, all the power to you. I'm not knocking you, but the morning started off it just cloudy. You saw snow that was coming in, but it wasn't bad. But later on, that would change, which you guys will see in these next batch of clips. Yeah. Well, folks, it is the next morning now. The wind is picking up. Yeah. Look at that thing. Yeah, it's picking up for sure. Man, that twig's been stuck in there since May. I'm surprised it hasn't done anything to that power line. We had that one bad storm on May 15th, and I mean, it was wicked, but that thing's been stuck up there since. But yeah, wind's picking up. The snow is starting. I don't know how well you guys could hear that wind noise. That sounds like jets going by. Yeah, just about to head to work. Just waiting for everybody to be ready, so that way we can go. About to get on the road. Oh my gosh, that's cold. Oh man.
Episode of the next chapter.
Yeah, I've been seeing those all over town, like, and they're always in different spots. Yeah, 'cause there's that other one. Yeah. guys. It's almost 2 o'clock now. We just got done having lunch. Still just windy, but a little bit of snow's coming. Yeah. Alright, well, it's a little after 4 now. The snowy weather is finally starting to pick up. It's not doing a whole lot, but it's coming down finally. Yeah. Alright, just had to go do some running apparently. This is what the weather's looking like. Yeah. Oh, man, it definitely got even colder out. Had to load some lumber into the van, and holy smokes, did it get cold. Man. And the wind's kind of shaking the van, too. Man. time to get back in the van. Man, this windshield's a mess. I apologize, guys. Alright, just got home. Just letting my truck run for a little bit. Oh my gosh, that wind is freaking wicked. Oh man, that freaking wind. Whew. Ooh, I feel it shaking the truck a little bit. Man. For the next day, which would be Thanksgiving, I didn't record a crap ton because, like I said, we were celebrating Thanksgiving and I was trying to help with making dinner. So, you know, I wasn't really available much to take a whole lot of videos. But, yeah, what you guys are about to see, I started recording and, you know, while I was recording, our power was out. It had been out for a little while prior to me recording. Our power was out for a total of 2.5 hours or so, maybe 3 at the most. And the reason our power went out was because apparently, you know, our road was super icy. There weren't any plows that came through. And there was somebody that was driving over the railroad tracks down the street from where I live. And they went over it and apparently lost control of their vehicle, went into a ditch and hit a pole, and it caused the wires to tug and it ripped the wires right off. You could see that right there. The one wire was just barely holding on. So, yeah. We kind of had power a little bit, but all the lights were super dim. But, you know, and at first some of the street lights had power as well, which I don't think I ended up recording that. Some of the people around us had power, but when they had to do some work to get the power lines reconnected, they had to shut the power off in half the town so that way the lines weren't active. And they got the lines back up, and shortly after they left this spot, they would go down the road and turn the power back on, and our power was just fine. So, vast majority of this part is me recording the power outage and, you know, just watching the people from Consumers Energy work on this pole, which, you know, massive shout out to them, by the way. It was definitely super cold when they did this. The wind picked up, the snow was picking up as well, and the roads were icy as well. So, you know, massive shout out to them for doing the job. But yeah, I record the power outage, and then later on I would record more snowy weather. So here you go. Well, guys, it's dark out. I'll explain that here shortly, but it's the next day now. It's Thanksgiving, and our power's out. Somebody hit a pole down the road, slid. This road is a sheet of ice. There's a Consumer's Energy truck. I think he kind of went through and shut power off throughout the rest of the town, because our house already didn't have power. Some of these houses over there still had it, but they shut it off because I think they're about to do some work. But yeah, I should have recorded earlier, but I didn't. But I put together a video on YouTube Shorts. Yeah, you could kind of see those power line things just hanging. I don't know why I didn't get a video of it earlier. Actually, I did take some photos, so I'll include that after this clip. Yeah, people over there, they had power a little bit ago, but they got shut down. Yeah. Oh my gosh, that freaking wind is cold. Things I do for YouTube stuff, Makes for good memories, though. Yeah. There has not been a single freaking salt truck that went down our road. That is nothing but ice. Yeah, I was just talking to one of my neighbors, and because his house still had power up until they shut it down. But he was caught off guard by it because him and his family were celebrating Thanksgiving. Areas down there still have power, though. I don't think they're gonna mess with any of that down there. I'd be surprised if they did, but I doubt they will. But yeah, that kind of looks pretty down there, the way that's lit up. That's downtown Breedsville. Yeah. They should be sending some more trucks out here shortly. I feel bad for the power companies because I know they've been super busy lately, especially with this weather coming in. But it's all part of the job, that's for sure. At least the moon's finally peeking out. That's cool. Alright. There's 3 trucks here now. One's right there. Oh. Oh, they were messing around on the ice a little bit. a snapped line now. Good thing they shut the power off in the rest of the area, because he had to get his hands close to those other lines. There he goes. Oh my gosh, that's freaking hilarious. All three of them are messing around on the ice. Well, we got that just about all hooked up. They just got to get the other one. They just got to get the other one hooked up now. Ooh, that's bright. And there they go. It's hooked up now. to have an issue with it. I think they're pretty much wrapping it up now. I gotta get I think one of the guys has to go through and shut the power back on now. Okay, cool. That guy's just messing around on the ice. I don't know, he's guiding that truck out now, but yeah, I don't know why they haven't sent any plows down this road. Allegan County is pretty good about keeping their roads salted, but especially their back roads. But Van Buren County, on the other hand, there's times where they're good at it, but then times where they just go days without doing it. They're good about taking care of the main roads, though. Oh, that truck just slid. Yep. Okay. I think the one truck has to go down the road and turn the power back on now, hopefully. Ooh, my fingers are getting numb right now. Holy smokes. Should have a... Yep. Dang it. There we go. Lights came back on. Sweet. The entire town's back on now. That's awesome. Whoa, time to go in and turn a heater on. Holy smokes, is it cold out. Snow's definitely picking back up. Just letting dogs out right now so that they can go potty. Our power was only out for like maybe 2.5 hours, which is not bad. The response time from Consumers Energy was definitely impressive. Yeah. Yeah. Believe it or not, the power line was laying on the ground between these two semis. Yeah. I've said it a few times, but I'll say it again. A massive shout out to Consumers Energy for fixing up the power. Our power was only out for 2 hours, 2.5 hours at the most. That's pretty cool. Alright, it's almost 2 in the morning. Snow's still coming. The road is pretty much snow covered. There's definitely a sheet of ice under that snow. Yeah. Just about to head to bed. Yeah. We'll see what the weather does tomorrow. Alright. The next day, the snow had really picked up again, and it came down quite a bit. I didn't record it, unfortunately, but my brother, my dad, and I ended up running down to Benton Arbor to go pick up these snowmobiles right here. I also hauled some too with my truck. I'm pretty sure I addressed that earlier, but yeah. I did not record any snowy weather while in Benton Arbor, which I definitely wish I would have, because holy smokes, the weather was definitely crazy. The wind was blowing. We were in a fielded area trying to pull our snowmobiles out of a barn over by Benton Arbor, because there's this guy that we've done lots of work for. He's actually one of my step-grandmother's cousins. Really nice dude. He lets us store our snowmobiles there in the warmer seasons, because we don't have a whole lot of places to stuff them, because we have a lot. My dad collects them to work on them and sometimes sells some to make money. Yeah. This moment was probably one of my favorite moments for this video, because of how the snow was coming down and how the lights were shining on the snow, which this was around time I took the photo for the title of the video. But yeah, it definitely snowed quite a bit this day. My truck had not been sitting there for that long, and it was already getting lots of snow on it. So yeah, there was that. Definitely snowed quite a bit. But yeah, I'm gonna show you guys these videos. Another day of more snowy weather. Yeah. I guess they're calling for 8 to 12 inches today. Today through early morning, tomorrow morning. So, yeah. Alright, well, it's hours later now. I just got back from picking up a few snowmobiles. Yeah. There's a place over by Benton Harbor where we store them. And good thing I got some damn good tires on this truck. This one is kind of going frickin'. The inside of it's kind of wearing a little bit. But I think that's because I need a front end alignment. But yeah. Anytime it's frickin' snowing out, rather if it's day or night, I always ride with my lights on. I'm pretty sure that's what you're required to do, but there's people out there that don't do it. Some people have automatic headlights that come on, but for your taillights, you gotta turn them on. But for a truck I used to have, I had an automatic mode where both the headlights and the taillights would come on. This truck don't have that, but my previous truck did. My 2014 F-150. Just got the truck detached from the trailer and some stuff floated out of the bed of the truck. Yeah. Definitely need to freaking get some new wipers because those ones freaking make noise. Just trying to get the ice off. Could be that they have some ice built up on them. Okay. Yeah. This is definitely pretty to see, but not fun to drive in. Hopefully we get snow like this for Christmas. The hell? Oh, my stepmom's home. God damn it. This four-wheel drive doesn't work the best. Yeah. Yeah, these are some more sleds that we picked up while in Benton Harbor. My dad hauled it. Yeah. Oh, my freaking camera's getting wet. Hold on. There we go. Making my camera look like it was sick. I was on Facebook a little bit ago, and according to Michigan Storm Chasers on Facebook, I guess they're talking that we might get some thunder snow. That'd be kind of neat to record. Is there a possibility we're going to see it here? Probably not. But they were talking quite a few areas in southern Michigan, so be kind of neat to record. But I'm not crossing my fingers or holding my breath on it. Guess we'll find out. Well, you can definitely tell there's a mud puddle right there. Yeah, he drives, I believe, to Wisconsin for work with that semi. He's a good dude. Safe travels, Jesse. Sounds like somebody's riding snowmobiles. I had my headphones in, was listening to some music, heard, the song came to an end, and all of a sudden I heard a noise. Sounded like it was coming that way. My hand's freaking red, holy smokes. There are fields that way, so, people riding in the fields. And then there's a trail nearby that you can ride on. It goes from South Haven to Kalamazoo. There's that noise again. During the warmer seasons, it's a bike trail. I believe you could ride a horse on it too, and maybe a few other things. In the wintertime, you could ride a snowmobile on it. It's pretty cool. Yeah. Man, it snowed like crazy when I was on the road earlier, and it just doesn't seem like it's gonna frickin' get bad again. I mean, it's still snowing, no doubt about that, but yeah. Sorry about my heavy breathing. Sometimes when it's cold out, I tend to frickin' breathe heavy. Looks like there's a couple inches of snow on the bed of my brother's truck. Probably quite a bit on my truck too. We've been home for probably 3 hours now. Yeah. Don't wander off too far, Charlie. No, you're good. Just go potty. You don't have to come back right now. Just don't wander far. He won't get far anyways. It's too cold for him. He hates the cold. They gonna circle back around? There was snowmobilers going by. I don't know if they will. They sound like they went down our road. Dang. Yeah, there's a road that kind of curves that way. So, yeah. Ready to go in, Charlie? Ready to go in? Let's go inside, shall we? Starting to come down a little harder. It's not snowing as bad here, anywhere near as bad as it was when I was outside of Benton Harbor. I was kind of hoping we would get that snow up this way, because that was wicked. I don't mind it at nighttime, like if I'm not going anywhere, but when I'm on the road, that's a different story. It was awfully windy in Benton Harbor, though, which probably made it worse. Mika, what are you doing? She seemed to found something. You got snow on your nose, dog. That's hilarious. Ooh, wind's picking up. Oh, I picked a bad time to take my hood off. Like I've said many times, it's beautiful to see this, but sucks to drive in. That is for sure. Just working on the last dog. That's Aurora. Oh, you're good. I didn't mean to say your name, dog. Just do your business. Oh, neighbor's dog is out too. Where do you think you're going, Aurora? Guess we'll see what the weather does tomorrow. I do need to run to South Haven to go take care of a phone bill, so hopefully the weather isn't too bad, but at the same time, I kind of want to see what the weather's doing in South Haven. Try and maybe get some videos taken there, but I'm not promising anything. There's something hanging from my window. Yeah, I don't know what the hell that is, but yeah. All right. This right here is the last day that I recorded the snowy weather. While this portion right here wasn't so much the main factor of snow at first. I was driving to South Haven because for one, I had to drive there anyways to go take care of a phone bill. And at this point, I was trying to record how the weather looked to my east, but unfortunately, my camera just kept losing focus and kept focusing in on my window, so that didn't turn out the best. But yeah, it was snowing quite a bit to the east. You know, I would go to record a little bit of how the weather looked in South Haven, but otherwise I just went there to go check out the lake while there to take care of a phone bill. And yeah, I drove down to the beach. The waves there were definitely big. You could see the waves hitting the pier, and I also recorded how the beach looked. And there was some snow piles there. There was dirt blown onto the road. You could see these waves. They didn't look as crazy on video, but that's because I wasn't up close. I didn't want to get close because wasn't sure how big they were going to get. But yeah, you look in the distance and you could just, if my camera would have stopped losing focus, you could see how the waves looked in the distance. And then up close, they were wild. And again, like I said, you would see them hit the pier and, go down the river a little ways. And it was super windy too, which was causing the waves to get crazy. So there was that. I didn't get out of my truck because, the entire parking lot was a freaking slush mess and I didn't want to get my boots wet. But right here, this is where I'm talking about, where I was recording the beach. The road was covered in sand because of the wind. I got out of my truck a little bit to record. And, of course, me thinking that recording through the window was a good idea. Yeah, my windows aren't the best. I should have rolled it down, but at the same time, I didn't want any snow blowing into the truck. But yeah, this road was definitely a mess. And then later on, I would record some snowy weather as well after I got home. So, yeah, there's that. Anyways, this is the last day of me recording this snowy weather. And then I will go on to explain a few more things. And that's that. Alright, it's the next day now. Actually doesn't even feel that cold. Got quite a bit of snow on my windshield though, and on the bed cover. Make sure I get that swept off before I leave. Roads are mostly a slush mess right now, but we'll see how that goes. Got more snow rolling in, so it's probably gonna cover them back up. Guess we'll see. So, yeah. Probably do some shoveling when I get back. I guess we'll see. Yeah. Alright. This road right here, definitely not anywhere near as bad as some of the other roads I was just driving on. Thick slush in quite a few areas. road hardly has anything on it. A few slush spots here and there, but then look at it that way. That's looking west, or I'm sorry, east right now. Shut that off for a sec. Yeah. Ooh, it's getting a bit windy over this way. On a brighter note though, it's 35 degrees this way. It was 33 when I left the house, so that's nice. Yeah. Them clouds. Yeah, look at them waves. I was gonna try and get out, but man, it's freaking windy. It's freaking slush mess too. I don't think I should. But yeah. I get my door closed all the way, my freaking seatbelt got right in the way. Yeah, look at the trees. Oh, I'm zoomed in still. Yeah. Look at that slush. It's like wet. Shut those off. Try and step out. Kind of get you guys an idea on how the wind is outside. On a brighter note, this road isn't freaking slushy, but man, look at the mess on it. Yeah. That hasn't blown off my truck is beyond me. Once I'm on the top. Alright. Oh, I just missed it. There were some waves that were hitting that. Look at that. Wow. Good old drawbridge. Yeah. Had to drive through downtown to get to the other side. Dang, not the best time to be on that pier right now. Yeah. Yep, just about to leave South Haven now. Yeah. Just about to enter Bangor right now, and I tell you what, snow is definitely picking up. Thankfully, it's just melting off the road for now. Well, folks, right after I made that last clip, while I was about to approach Bangor, the road started getting messy. And then from there on, they were back to being a freaking slush mess. Yeah. That was a little bit clearer before I left. That sucks. Thought we were going to see some clear roads. Well, we did over by South Haven, but still. Well, I was going to shovel when I got back, but apparently my dad used his Bobcat tractor to clear the driveway, so I am not complaining. Dude, shoveling this camper. Yeah, there's some slush built up on the front of the truck. Yeah. Then the snow on top of my truck, some of it got blown off, but not much. There's a snow pile right there. My neighbor has one of his semis parked because they're trying to get their property cleared. This is what it looks like right now. Obviously, we do have more snow coming from what I understand, but got quite a bit of snow. The air surprisingly doesn't feel too bad right now. Yeah. My dad, my stepmom, and my little sister. Dang, that's freaking hanging down low. That's from the snow, I can tell. I'll have to see if I can bump the snow off that. But anyways, as I was saying, my dad, my stepmom, and my little sister, they're out snowmobiling. I probably would have went, but I just really wasn't up for it today. I got work in the morning, and well, that's if we don't get snowed out. Doubt we will, but this will probably be the last day I record for the massive snowy weather video. Because I think starting tomorrow, whatever snowy weather I record will just go towards my December vlog. Because it's the last day of November, so yeah. Well, people were talking we were going to get a lot of snow this winter. And I mean, we're not actually in winter yet. That doesn't start till December 20th, I think. We're still technically in fall, but, you know. Yeah. You guys hear that? I don't know if it's coming from that semi or one of the houses or what, but I might put together some winter weather videos in December, but I think in December I'm going to try and focus on putting together a vlog, so I don't know. We'll see, I guess. There's a guy with a plow on his truck that went by. Guess we'll see how the rest of the snow season goes. Yeah, roads are back to being covered. Go figure. Hopefully my dad, my stepmom, and my sister do all right tonight. You know, driving in crappy weather during the day is one thing, but at nighttime, it's just something I'm not a fan of. Driving through rain or a thunderstorm is one thing, but driving on crappy roads is just not my favorite thing to do. Not to sound like a wuss or anything, but that's just something I've never been a fan of. The moon's trying to peek out. And it's starting to snow again. Looks like there's been a few inches of snow since it got plowed. The driveways got plowed anyways. Driver of that van, I think I saw that person in Bangor earlier. I could be wrong. There's a lot of people that have the same vehicles. Not to sound weird or stalkerish, but with this area not being a big area and, you know, not being a city or anything, you kind of tend to see a lot of familiar faces around here, familiar vehicles. It's kind of how it is when you live out in a rural area. And I'm not complaining. I enjoy being out in a rural area. I can't believe that snow sticked to the top of my truck. Man. Got some snow that stuck to my cover on my bed of the truck too. Yeah. That hasn't necessarily iced back up yet. Yeah, no. I got a feeling that overnight it's gonna freeze back up and yeah. Go figure on that. That looks kind of pretty though. Oh, there goes another guy with a plow. Yeah. Got some snowflakes that are landing on the truck. Oh, if I could quit losing focus. There we go. Yep, snow's trying to pick back up. Wind's starting to pick up a little bit. It was super windy at the lakeshore in South Haven. This area has not been getting much wind. Yeah. More snow is rolling in. Oh, and it's blowing in too. Look at that. Yeah, I was pretty amazed earlier when I was heading to Bangor from South Haven. Roads went from clear to all of a sudden, the second you were entering Bangor's town limits, frickin' roads got nasty quick. I wish I would have recorded it, but I didn't want to record while driving on a crappy road. Be one thing if it was raining, but probably would have pulled off in a few areas, but I was just kind of eager to get home before it got bad again. Drive safe, buddy. work with the light. Hold on. Oh, can see a star in the sky. That's cool. Did sound like there was a train going by, but it sounds like it's going the other direction. There is a spot a few miles that way where trains stop, so it's probably stopped and is more than likely heading up towards Holland. So, well, it is what it is. Kind of cool to record a train for this video, but it is what it is. Yeah. You know, just threw some wood in the wood stove in the barn. Oh, more wind coming in. Yeah, the snowflakes are definitely getting thicker now. Yeah. Yeah, it's really picking up now. Snowflakes definitely got thicker. Wow. Oh. Yeah, not gonna record that. She thought she was gonna get tangled around the pole for a second. I can't tell if she's liking it or what. uh, well, it stopped snowing at the moment, but seeing some stars right now. I don't know how well you guys could see it on camera, but and then there's snow dripping off our roof. That's what you guys are hearing. Got some icicles forming. Yeah, icicles right there too. I was just watching a video from Michigan Storm Chasers, and they're saying the next 10 to 15 days we're supposed to get snow on top of more snow. So, yeah, this winter is looking like we're going to be getting hit quite a bit. We'll figure on that. Not going to be catching much of a break. When I looked at a forecast, it did say that, you know, it was possible Friday or Saturday, we might get a little break, but that's about it, you know. On top of that, you know, snow on top of more snow. So we'll see how that goes, but I think I'm gonna end this big snow video right here. Probably gonna put out a few shorts video updates, one of me talking and then another of the videos that I've been taking the past few days. So yeah, anyways, that's that, folks. All right, guys, well, that pretty much concludes all the videos I took. Sorry about my slow speaking at times when explaining. One thing I did forget to say is that the one day I did not record on was the day right after Thanksgiving. You know, that was, of course, Black Friday. I recorded the day before Thanksgiving, the day of Thanksgiving, and then the 2 days after Black Friday. I got my dates mixed up when explaining, but and of course there was the rainy videos that I recorded right before the snowy weather too. So there is that. So therefore this video, hold on. All right, sorry about that, but yeah, this video took me almost a week to do, you know, as far as recording weather and all that. Well, this was definitely a video that I enjoyed putting together. Did I enjoy driving in this stuff throughout the time it was snowing? Not really. But do I enjoy recording this weather and watching it if I'm not going anywhere? Oh yeah. It's definitely a beautiful thing to see, you know, especially at nighttime or when it's getting to be more towards the evening. That's for sure. You know, winter isn't really my favorite season, but it is a season that I do make a lot of good memories with, you know, not just because of the weather, but because of family too. My favorite season would be summer, but, you know, winter time, you get a lot of beauty from the snow, you know, especially at certain moments. You know, the way I see it with this winter is it definitely looks like it's going to be quite the winter. You know, definitely ended our November with a snowy end, that's for sure. Last year in November, we had more rain, but then it kind of transitioned to snow from there. I think I recorded more snow this year in November than I did the past few years. I think the last time I remember recording quite a bit of snow in November was back in 2019. You know, that was definitely quite an interesting start to our winter, and then we ended up really not getting much snow of December, and then mid to late January of 2020 is when we started getting quite a bit more snow. But yeah, this November we definitely had quite a bit of snow. We had quite a bit of snow like in early to mid-November, and then we got a break from that, and then we ended up with this. And like I said earlier, Michigan Storm Chasers on Facebook and YouTube was talking that we were supposed to get quite a bit of snow in December. So, you know, there is that. Yeah, like I said multiple times, I definitely don't have an issue with snow, like if I don't have anywhere to be, but thankfully I have a truck that has dang good tires on it, so, you know. But one thing I will say is sometimes it doesn't matter what tires you have. I mean, when you have to drive through thick slush or ice, that can bring other challenges. You know, a lot of people out there think just because they have a four-wheel drive vehicle that they're in the ultimate winter vehicle, and you know that's not always the case. Like, there's a lot of people that take advantage of their four-wheel drives and think that, they're okay to drive however they want in winter weather. But there are lots of things to take into consideration with that. Front-wheel drive vehicles can be pretty safe to drive in the wintertime too, but there's also times where you got to look out for that as well, because any type of vehicle can have its own issue in the wintertime, especially depending on the situation with your tires as well. But that's just my opinion. I'm not knocking everybody else that has four-wheel drives. I definitely love my four-wheel drive truck, so there is that. But like I said, I definitely have some damn good tires on my truck as well, so they're mostly off-roading tires, but they work pretty good in the snow. But like I said, when it comes to thick slush and sometimes ice, they don't always do you the favors. That's for sure. But anyways, I'm not trying to make this a subject matter of vehicles or tires or whatever. But regardless, I do enjoy recording snowy weather. I also enjoy recording thunderstorms as well. Didn't really record a whole lot of thunderstorms this year like I would have wanted to, but I think the most memorable thunderstorms that I recorded this year in 2025, this thunderstorm right here that I took on March 30th of 2025, this was a severe thunderstorm that I recorded at my Aunt and Uncle's place out by the Martin Allegan area.
Just heard a tree.
The storm wasn't way too bad at my Aunt and Uncle's place, but there were quite a few other areas where it did get pretty bad.
Jesus be with us.
But there were times where the wind did pick up quite a bit, but for the most part the wind did not get that bad. This storm definitely kind of freaked me out a little bit because of how it sounded when it was about to roll in. So
Here it goes.
Not sure how well you guys heard me talking in the video, but I was kind of overreacting when I started seeing some small branches going down, because I thought that something worse was going to happen from that. And fun fact about the spot that I'm recording from at this point.
I'm sorry, guys.
But
I haven't recorded a storm like this
the next storm that I'm
while.
going to show you guys is a storm that actually produced a tornado that started right across the street from my aunt and uncle's, and it went over my cousin, his wife and kids' place, which their house did not take on a lot of damage, but hold on.
Oh, the wind just picked up.
This storm right here,
Oh boy.
this
The light
storm
just flickered again.
caused quite a few tornadoes to form in Michigan.
We're good.
One of them
We're good.
forming right across the street from my aunt and uncle's place, going over my cousin's house, and then it hits the town of Martin. The other thunderstorm that I was just talking about ended up causing tornadoes too. Like I said, that storm was on March 30th. This one was May 15th to 16th because it was an overnight storm. Yeah, you could definitely see how much the wind picked up. The lights on the barn flickered a few times.
You still in here? Now.
Thankfully, we never lost power from the storm, which I was surprised we did because of how wicked the wind got. The next day after that storm, I would head over to Martin to go record the damage that had been done. You know, there was quite a few trees down, and there was also buildings that were damaged as well. Yeah, like you could see damage to that building right there. It was missing quite a bit of its shingles and had its siding ripped off. And then this building right here, the front part of it from the road didn't look like it was damaged bad, but then you look behind it, which I'll get to here shortly, it definitely took on damage. There was pine trees that were knocked over next to the building, and there was quite a bit of damage all over town as well. You know, that's for sure. One of the fences were knocked over. Yeah, that's for sure. Anyways, my apologies for getting too far into the subject with thunderstorms, but yeah, those were probably the most insane thunderstorms I recorded this year. There was a few others, obviously, but unfortunately, I was not able to do a whole lot of recording as far as thunderstorms go because, for one, work got in the way of a lot of things this past year, and I just could not get to it. But yeah, that's one of the reasons why I didn't record a whole lot of thunderstorms, but, or if I did, they were mainly weak ones, but, yeah, this snowy weather we had definitely brought in quite a bit of snow. We definitely had a few different winter storm warnings. Michigan's Upper Peninsula received a few different blizzard warnings. I don't think they were in the same area. I remember one of them was around Marquette area, and then the next one was in the Munising area. I don't remember if there was another blizzard warning after that, but I do remember hearing things about Marquette and Munising areas dealing with blizzard warnings. Marquette definitely had quite a bit of a whiteout from what I heard online. I'm not going to show any of that video because those were not videos taken by me, and I don't want to take anybody else's videos, but yeah, the waves at this beach were definitely wavy, that's for sure. I probably would have got more videos of it if it wasn't for my frickin' windshield being dirty and my camera losing focus so many times. And I probably would have got out too, but I didn't have a very good pair of boots on me when I came to South Haven. If I had my frickin' mud boots on, I probably would have walked out, you know, got maybe a little closer to the water to record it, but you definitely wouldn't have been able to get on the pier, as you could see right there. Yeah, you definitely do not want to be on that pier when there's high winds and big waves, that is for sure. Like I said, the waves coming from the beach may have not looked that insane, but I tell you what, if you would have saw it in person like I did, you would think differently. That's for sure. Yeah. And then, like I said, right after leaving South Haven, you know, we would get more snowy weather. Thankfully, the main road did not get snow covered up until I got to Bangor, and from there on out, I just took back roads because I live in a town where it's mostly back roads, you know, which is Breetsville. So, yeah, there was that. Anyways, I don't want to keep boring you guys out with me speaking a bunch. Anyways, I'm gonna go ahead and show you guys a slideshow of the pictures I took of the snow and also a few other things that I said I was gonna. add in the slideshow, like the Starlink and all that. And after I get this video put together and put on YouTube, I'll definitely get that Starlink video up online. I don't, like I said, I don't know how I forgot to upload that video, and well, I didn't forget how to. I'm getting my words mixed up. I'm sorry. What I meant was, I don't know how I forgot that I took that video and then forgot to post it on there. But anyways, I'm going to show you guys this slideshow, and then that's going to conclude this video. Thank you guys for watching, and have a great day, great night whenever you're watching this. Hope everybody had a fantastic Thanksgiving, and I hope you guys plan to have a fantastic Christmas as well. You guys all take care and be safe. God bless you all.